Distinguished alumni made their return to campus.
And inside the classroom, Manhattan educators are being recognized for their work.
This is KKSU-LD, covering Manhattan, Riley County, and the Flint Hills, broadcasting in high definition from Kansas State University. You're watching Channel 8 News.
Thanks for joining us. Today is Thursday, September 29th. I'm Jace Mills.
And I'm Kevin Bartram. You're watching Channel 8 News.
History has been made. During the first presidential debate, more than 80 million people tuned in. This was the most watched political debate in history. The K-State College Republicans and the Riley County Democratic Party were able to be part of this event through local watch parties. Channel 8 News reporter Rachel Tucker tuned in.
We defend Japan.
For Levi Smith, the importance of this election is personal.
It's important to make sure that you're informed on the president. This underscores that it's even more important to be informed on your local representatives.
Smith was at the Riley County Democratic Party headquarters, where a diverse group of college students and Manhattan residents cheered on the Democratic nominee, Hillary Clinton. After watching the debate, Kansas State University senior Aaron Simon felt strongly about who deserves his vote.
Hillary Clinton was very poised and answered the questions that she was supposed to ask and really stayed on topic. And showed her experience.
Both Smith and Simon agreed Monday night's debate had a clear winner, Hillary Clinton. Across town, an apartment full of College of Republican members tuned in to watch the debate. For Brandon Ryan, this election has special significance.
For most of us, this is the first election we're actually able to vote in, which I think makes us be a little bit more aware of what is going on in the political realm.
In this election, many college students are focusing on a variety of issues.
We're obviously all concerned about the student loan debt and the $20 trillion deficit that we have in the country because all of us are young and we're going to have to take that on in the future.
To many of the College of Republican members, the Republican nominee, Donald Trump, was not their first choice but are now seeing him as a last resort. Both the Manhattan Democrat and Republican parties will be holding watch parties for the next presidential debate. For more information on the location and time, visit the link below. Reporting for Channel 8 News, I'm Rachel Tucker.
Polls show that Donald Trump leads Hillary Clinton in Kansas, but nationwide the nominees are neck and neck. Vice presidential candidates Democrat Tim Kaine and Republican Mike Pence will debate on Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Kansas State University's interim president, General Richard B. Myers, represents the 2016 State of the University address in Manhattan last Friday. There were opportunities for how discussion with General Myers after his address. For those unable to see the address in person, you can still watch the event online. If you have any questions for General Myers, he is still taking questions through email at facscen@kstate.edu.
And 2 local teachers received an A+ for their work. Channel 8 News reporter Brittany Reed takes us to their classroom to share their story.
The Teacher of the Year Award recognizes excellent educators around the state of Kansas. Lori Stratton from Wamego High School and Jennifer Farr from Lincoln Elementary School are finalists for the award.
I've been in education for 26 years as a teacher, and a couple years before that I worked for the district office at Great Bend USD 428. And, it's something I've given my life to. So to be able to represent the teachers in this region, that means a lot to me.
Well, it's super overwhelming. I mean, you don't realize how underappreciated teachers are, and so I realize that there are so many good teachers out there, and so it's overwhelming to think that I'm considered one of them. And then I work with amazing teachers every day, and so everybody should be recognized.
Awards are really nice, they're great, but the best reward, of course, comes from the students. And if you can get the students to learn, or if they thank you, man, that's awesome. Our lives are made up of what we do with the minutes that we are alive, and I can't imagine really doing anything else outside of education.
I've had great teachers, K through college, amazing teachers that have really inspired me and excited me about being in the classroom. Children are the number one reason I'm here. Knowing I could help somebody emotionally or socially, academically, that is a huge task, a huge responsibility, but one that I love. I love to know that somewhere along the line they can say, well, Mrs. Farr told me this, or she taught me I could do this.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Brittany Reed.
And the Teacher of the Year will be announced at a banquet in Wichita on November 19th.
Students at Manhattan High and their parents are still waiting for lab results regarding the illness that swept through the school. More than 150 students reported sick and stayed home from class in the past month. The school has gone through extreme measures in hopes to find answers. Parents of sick students were called and also asked to take online surveys. The Collegian reported Riley County Health Department set a cleaning protocol for the school to enforce. Following this protocol, the number of students with symptoms has dramatically decreased. Students and faculty are encouraged to take precaution.
The Biosecurity Research Institute at K-State has been buzzing about new research on the Zika virus and a certain type of mosquito. The Culex mosquito can transfer the Zika virus, and the virus actually disappears in the Culex mosquito. They cannot transfer the virus. Dana Van Landingham, assistant professor of virology, says this discovery is important for helping scientists and health agencies to better use their resources to focus on combating and finding a cure for the Zika virus.
Knowing kind of what viruses get into what mosquitoes will enable people to target their vector control strategies, and so that they're not wasting time and effort on a mosquito that's not transmitting the virus.
That thunder and lightning may be frightening. How you can stay safe on game day after this.
And former Black Student Union President Dr. David Hall has high hopes for the university.
What ignites inspiration? It's sparked in every victory, every banner carried high. It's lit in traditions that bind each generation together. It's found in the people who push us to never settle and who serve those without a voice. It's iconic. It's groundbreaking. It's a new generation of world changers and answer seekers. What ignites inspiration? Tradition, passion, you.
From the golden flowers that give our state its nickname, to Kansas City's smoky scarlet barbecue, past the unique tint of limestone bedrock, we drive with pride to support future K-Staters. From the hilltops of Lawrence to the familiar streets of Aggieville, we love to show our purple pride. Whether you are K-State alumni or Wildcat fans, purchase the #1 Affinity license plate in Kansas today and help us paint the highway purple.
Land Grant University, entrusted with serving the needs of our communities and world through the nation's most important research and testing. We don't cater to what's popular. We come together to find out what's next, what will save lives and better the world. Since 1863, our values haven't changed, but our methods have. What defines a Land Grant University? Community, progress, you.
Dr. David Hall returned to K-State for the first time in 15 years. His impact on the university reaches a lot further than just making baskets for the K-State men's basketball team.
Black Student Union had a St. Kilda reception for Dr. David Hall. He is currently the president of the University of Virgin Islands, but he was one of our founding members in 1969.
In his first trip back to K-State in nearly 15 years, Dr. Hall is a keynote speaker in the Landon Lecture Series.
I didn't know I'd get a chance to connect with not only the current students, but connect with my own past and reflecting on how this organization, the BSU, helped form me and shape my development.
I was elated personally, constituents of BSU have hope, especially in this turbulent time when we're not sure much of what to do. What we should be focusing on is that we're still moving and not remaining stagnant.
I hope that their stance will create some enlightenment about the injustices that still exist and many other things that we still need to do.
I'm hoping that this reception let BSU students know that the work that you do today is going to be remembered for the next 47 years, and in the next 47 years after that.
Coming back here was more purposeful than I imagined by connecting with the students, being in this room and seeing all of this history. So I will leave more inspired than I have inspired.
When you come back to K-State, how will people remember you? What is the work that you've done and what have you accomplished? And how did you leave your mark?
The Black Student Union hosts meetings Tuesdays at 7 for any student who wants to get involved.
And K-State is not the only campus dealing with inclusion and race issues. Bethany College in Lindsborg, Kansas suffered from racist vandalism on their sidewalks over Labor Day. We reached out to the Director of Communications, Tina Goodwin, for a statement.
So I feel like the college took very swift action immediately after the chalkings were found to notify the local authorities that this had happened. They took photographs of all of the messages, and then they were quickly removed from our campus.
Bethany's president, William Jones, responded to the chalk writing on Facebook. Jones and his family were personally attacked by the vandalists who identified as part of a white supremacist group. Although these events can't be undone, Goodwin hopes the college will move in a positive direction.
Love for others, love for God and love for others has to prevail, and then that is the message that we're taking.
The College of Arts and Sciences interim dean, Amit Chakrabarty, released a statement regarding the recent social media incident on the KSU campus. The post featured racial slurs and historical references to blackface. The Black Student Union has since asked for more diversity programs and policies for the university. The dean's statement read in part, "I agree and support the committee's message in support of increased participation in anti-racism outreach for individuals of all races and backgrounds that make up our university community." And K-State soccer is celebrating more than just their first-year program.
And is it time to break out those flannels, Jace? We have an autumn season update.
Open doors, warm hellos, classes spark ideas, traditions create memories, labs lead to partners, late nights, crazy nights. Hail, hail, hail? Studying hard, hardly studying. One last Manhattan sunset, caps and gowns, pomp and circumstance. We're on this journey together, remembering that every open door can lead to a warm hello. What is the K-State experience? Family, pride, you.
Family is everything. They're the reason you work so hard and your motivation to reach for more. Your K-State family offers a way to get that degree you've always wanted. Kansas State University Global Campus provides flexible online learning and professional development opportunities. We'll be there when you're ready. Enroll now for K-State Global Campus. Always on, always there.
Knowledge is more than a piece of paper. It's being committed to leaving the world a better place, dedicated to limitless learning, conducting research that is tried and true, and then tried again, crossing disciplines, blazing trails, discovering better methods that lead to global solutions. What is the K-State graduate student experience? Unrestricted, proven, you.
So the real question is, will I be needing my umbrella this weekend?
I'm not sure, Kevin, but I'm sure hoping these cool temperatures stay around. Channel 8's Lauren Kofer has your weekend weather update. Lauren.
This morning it was very cool temperatures. All I needed was a light jacket, and you can expect for the temperatures to increase as the day goes on, so you can expect to lose your jackets towards the end of the day. But first, we'll take a look at the temperature of the United States. Up north, we are expecting a 65, which is pretty cool, which isn't very different for anyone up northwest. And as we head down south, we will expect a nice 87, which in California, everyone's pretty used to that, so they can still go to the beach, enjoy themselves, and have a great day, not be cold, and all of that good stuff. As we head towards the East Coast, we will expect up north in New York a cool 65, but with the humidity up there, it is a bit cooler. And down south in Atlanta is a nice 74, which is a very comfortable temperature. As we head to the Midwest, down south in Texas is a nice 77. And now we will go to the weather. And up north is cloudy, down is the sunny and On the East Coast is pretty rainy, and Midwest we have sun, and more sun. And now we'll look into Kansas. On the west, Kansas will have a cool 68. Down south we'll have 87. Now we'll get a look at your 5-day forecast. For Thursday today, we have a high of sunny and 69 and a low of 46. On Friday, we have sunny with a high of 73 and a low of 47. On Saturday, we have a high of 75 and a low of 52. On Sunday, we have a high of 78 with a low of 56. And on Monday, we expect some rain with a high of 81 and a low of 67. That is your weather on Channel 8 News. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Laura. And rain or shine, we know you're looking forward to game day, but safety always comes first at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Channel 8 News reporter Tony Scannizaro has a look behind the scenes of this pregame activity.
For K-State students and fans, football game days include a day full of tailgating and excitement. Rain or shine, Wildcats can be found gathering with their campers, canopies, and coolers outside of Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Tailgating may seem like all fun and games, but it is important to be aware of your environment and stay safe.
Tips for students would know your surroundings, go with friends, don't be alone, don't become so intoxicated that you lose your ability to protect yourself and make sure yourself keep safe.
With severe weather delays like last Saturday, K-State police take on more responsibility. They can be found at several locations inside and outside the stadium, directing fans to safety during severe conditions.
Our responsibility is to make sure there's a safe environment out there. We deal with the traffic coming in and coming out.
With the clear bag policy in effect, things like this big umbrella won't be allowed into the stadium for safety reasons. Instead, be prepared by bringing rain gear and items that fit into your bag. Also understand that with severe weather, fans need to be aware of their surroundings and follow what authorities are telling you to do. As long as fans are being responsible and following the directions in and out of the stadium, everything will go smoothly in the case of a serious weather event. In Manhattan, Tony Canizero, Channel 8 News.
To find out more about tailgating and other game day information, you can go to the football game day page, kstatesports.com. A music competition is just around the corner. Hear from K-Staters competing in the Union Program Council Battle of the Bands.
And bump, set, spike it, volleyball cats come back to the rankings. That's next in sports.
Better get ready, because here come the Wildcats.
Wiesman, does she hit a fourth? Oh my goodness, in the zone!
Lewis running the floor, catches, spins, and scores. How about that footwork? K-State have won in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
The heart-pounding roar, a sea of purple, wielding twists and turns, a sincere smile and simple phrase. Legacies that span generations, blurring the line between fans and family. Believing we bleed a different color. Foundations defined by a single stone. That special place you love full well. What makes traditions unforgettable? Loyalty. Purple. You.
Oh man, you know, the fans, you know, Manhattan, you know, Octagon is doing, it's a tough place to play, you know, we feed off the energy.
A familiar sports superstar could be joining you at the breakfast table.
And a new sports program wins their first home game. Channel 8 sports reporter Grant Flanders is here with more.
K-State women's volleyball is now in Big 12 conference play. Even with a loss to Baylor, one senior that has been with the Wildcats since her freshman year is looking forward to the rest of their season. Reporter Hannah Wirtz has more.
K-State women's volleyball team's 10-game win streak was put to an end this past Sunday when the Wildcats traveled to Baylor for their second conference game. Although the Wildcats fell short to Baylor, senior Katie Brand doesn't see this affecting her team in games to come.
I think for this team especially, now that we're older and we're pretty mature, we kind of just know we have to stick together.
I think that means coming into practice, working hard, not letting it affect us mentally as much. I think when we were younger, sometimes that would happen, and now that we're older, we know that we can get through that, and we just focus on the next opponent. We don't sulk on it, we don't look back at it, we learn from it, and we try to grow.
Senior setter Katie Brand has been with the Wildcats since her freshman year. Now, as a fifth-year senior, Coach Susie Fritz credits her as a big part of the improvement this team has made throughout the years.
Coming in, Katie was somebody who did a variety of different things. She was a hitter. She actually started as a libero. So coming in, she didn't have a total understanding of the setter position. So even in my mind, it was something she had to learn. And now she is amazing, one of the best setters in the country, and understands the position at a very high level and plays it at a very high level.
Katie Brand, along with other seniors including Brooke Sasson, Katie Reiniger, and Kirsten Kober, along with the rest of the Wildcats, are now 12-3 and 1-1 in conference play. The K-State volleyball team faces Texas right here at Ahern Fieldhouse, Friday, October 1st at 7 p.m. Channel 8 News, I'm Hannah Wirtz.
For the first time in the program's history, Kansas State's women's soccer team won a game at the K-State Soccer Complex, taking down South Dakota. The win came after a first-half struggle as both teams went scoreless going into half. Head coach Mike Dabini wasn't interested in a repeat and gave his team a spirited pep talk. With the start of the second came a team eager to play better. In a span of only 5 minutes, the Wildcats scored 2 goals coming from Kim Braddock and Tatum Wagner. That was Braddock's first goal of the season and Wagner's third. K-State took the win over South Dakota 2-0. The Wildcats take on UMKC at home tomorrow night at 7. Former K-State and current Green Bay Packers wide receiver Jordy Nelson can now be found in the cereal aisle in certain Wisconsin grocery stores. Nelson and PLB Sports collaborated to create Jordy's Farm Fresh Flakes, which he debuted on his show Inside the Huddle last week.
Listen, again, we get a lot of opportunities of being able to play football, but also some cool things off the field. And this is one of them, to kind of have your own cereal. Like I said, the Farm Fresh Flakes. I just remember being a kid, eating cereal all the time, seeing whatever was on the box, see what was behind the box. I mean, we got a little corn maze, so things for kids to do in the morning while they're eating their cereal, getting ready for school. So just a cool opportunity, and you never know what's going to happen, and I'm on a cereal box.
It will be on the shelves throughout the football season. Although it is exclusively sold in Wisconsin, you can order the flakes online at plbssports.com. The cereal must be working for Jordy, who has 4 TDs in his first 3 games back from knee surgery. I'm Grant Flanders for Channel 8 Sports. Go Cats.
Thanks, Grant. Live music, live online stream, and a live battle.
Upcoming Opus performers, Kane and Trey, give us a little live sneak peek of their music next.
The limestone embedded in our history is the foundation of who we have become and what we can become tomorrow. We find inspiration in the past, new possibilities in our present, and anticipation for tomorrow's journey. Yesterday's triumphs are today's proud traditions, a transformation where a hall becomes a home, students become family, and research becomes reality. How do we build upon K-State's strong foundation? Innovation, collaboration, you.
I'm Kathleen from Meiningen, Germany. I'm Ginger from Overland Park, Kansas. I've traveled to London and saw the Parliament, studied in Mexico City, spent the summer in Austria, went skiing in the Alps, and I visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Well, I've been to the world's largest ball of twine.
Can we go?
Of course!
Become an international buddy today and develop new friendships and experience different cultures.
Up next, the world's deepest hand-dug well.
Is it near the Grand Canyon?
Our community is more than a group of people. It's a place where the golden rule becomes the purple rule. It's recognizing the value of every individual and affirming the importance of diversity. It's freedom to have a different perspective. It's honesty underscored with understanding. It's becoming a piece of the greater good. We are many, we are one. Most of all, we are family. What defines the K-State community? Compassion, honesty, you.
Last semester, Last semester, K-State's Union Programming Council hosted the K-State Voice, and singer-songwriter Kane Comfort took the championship. Comfort is returning to the stage again, but this time for UPC's Battle of the Bands competition. His bandmate Trey Dice will join him for Opus tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Bosco Plaza. Kane and Trey joined reporter Braxton Jones in our studio today for some insight.
Thanks, Jace. First of all, thank you guys for joining us today. Kane, take us back to the day that you won K-State The Voice. What was that feeling like?
It was a pretty good feeling. I mean, it was a blast to get the W, and yeah, it's all that I could ask for out of that competition. So
definitely. And you guys have formed this partnership going ahead into Opus. Like, how did that form? How did that come about?
We sort of had mutual friends that hooked us up. I was looking for a singer, he was looking for a guitar player, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so you guys are obviously going against some other bands here in the Manhattan area. What are you guys expecting out of them in the competition?
Well, the difference between us and them, I feel like, is that we've only known each other for like 4 months, so we've written, several songs in that span of time and stuff. We're just not as experienced as the other bands, so we'll probably try to mimic the other band's stage presence and things like that. So
definitely. So definitely an exciting thing to be going into. Trey, first time working with Kane on such a big stage. How do you plan to keep up with him on the guitar?
Oh, I'm really excited for it. We sort of feed off each other's energy. So if I see him really, getting excited about it, it gets me going, and it's sort of how we go.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, coming up later on, we're going to have some live performance from them, but we'll go back to the desk right now.
And that's Channel 8 News for today. Be sure to tune in every Thursday morning at 10:30 to get all of your local news.
Or you can check out our YouTube channel by searching Channel 8 KSU.
And we'll leave you with a short performance by Kane and Trey right here in the Channel 8 studio as they're getting ready. I'm pretty excited for their performance.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
When I say I wanna walk with you, I hope you feel the same way too. And sometimes I find myself drifting away, 'cause I don't wanna be somebody for just one day. But I'll get back on the right track where the skies are all blue, and I once again enter the race to chase you. But there's a lot of competition, you're a hot commodity. I want to walk with you. People will talk, so what if they do? Everybody's choosing sides and making up lies and don't have a clue. And after all this time, I wanna walk with you. I wanna walk with you. And I don't match up well with all these other guys in the league, don't work. 'Cause you're a 10 and I'm a 5, and I don't think it helps. You don't know I'm alive, but I got a lot of hope, and with that I'm gonna strive.
This is Channel 8